NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Some good news out of Baltimore Friday. Head coach John Harbaugh announced the Ravens are activating tight end Mark Andrews from injured reserve, and he will play in Sunday's AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. Meantime, Marlon Humphrey is listed as questionable with a calf injury, but Harbaugh said he's confident the cornerback will suit up. 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan said wide receiver Deebo Samuel was a full go at practice Friday and will play in Sunday's NFC Championship game against the Lions.
It's huge. I mean, a little scary at the beginning of the week, but actually to be able to go full go today and no restrictions on him is definitely a good thing for us.
Samuel's been dealing with a shoulder injury that he suffered last week. In other news, Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn continues to make his rounds on the head coaching circuit. After visiting the Seahawks twice, he's expected to meet with the Commanders this weekend for a second interview. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Chris Brockman here from the world-famous Rich Eisen Show, and the playoffs are now. The stakes are higher than they've ever been, and there's no better way to turn the playoff football's big game energy into 100 times your money than Prize Picks. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. Boom! It's that easy. You could turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Get in the lab and cook up your winning entry. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit of up to $100 when you download the Prize Picks app and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Only 1 in 5 people with autism are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do. Like, what about a programmer?
That's a job for someone with autism.
How about a healthcare worker?
Yep, that is too. People with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas. Introducing WIN by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
What about a ranch hand?
To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win.
And it is 7:31 in the morning on this Saturday morning. About time we took a look at the birthdays. We got a very special birthday coming up. It's here. It's today, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Right now, we've got the big shot birthdays. James Cromwell, January 27th birthday. James Cromwell. He was in Murder in the First, Babe, and a whole bunch of other stuff. The guy's 84 years old. Still out there. Drummer Nick Mason of Pink Floyd is 80 years old today. Nedra Talley Ross, she was with the Ronettes. She is 78. Dancer Mikhail Baryshnikov, a ballet guy, he is 76. Let's see, we have guitarist Richard Young of the Kentucky Headhunters. Great little band. Didn't last very long, didn't get very popular, but they were good. 69 years old today. Mamie Rogers, I think that was Tom Cruise's first wife. She's 68 today. Guitarist Janet Gers of Iron Maiden is 67. Susanna Thompson, she was in Arrow, she's 66. TV host Keith Olbermann. A lot of people really like him. A lot of people don't. He's 65. Actor Tamlin Tomita, TV's Teen Wolf and The Good Doctor, 61 today. Bridget Fonda of the Fonda family fame is 60 years old today. Actor Alan Cumming, he was in Spy Kids. He was that weird guy. He's 59. Country singer Tracy Lawrence is 56. Comedian Pat Oswalt, 55. Local birthdays, they're coming up.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Alex Tarin, Mariana Pesqueda, Danielle Standiford, Deani Johnson, Ron Peaks, Don Campbell, Frankie Paleo, Havel Salazar, Jane Kemp, Rosie Cota, Joe Ramos, Juanita Bravo, KXO AM since 1927, Mariah Collins, Jennifer McGrew Thomason, Mary Mendoza, Natalia Nunez, Ramona Terriquez, Samantha Rodriguez, Rosa Santoyo, Alejandra Ornelas, Rudy Fernandez, Sam Villanueva, Lucy Lewis Shelton, Tori Villasenor, Vito Torres, and Alfonso Gonzalez. Happy birthday to each and every one. And you did hear right. It's KXO's birthday today. Been on the air since 1927. That makes us 97 years old today and still going strong.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it is now time for the World and California News headlines, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
In damages to writer E. Jean Carroll. Trump attorney Alina Habba.
We will immediately appeal. We will set aside that ridiculous jury. And I just want to remind you all of one thing. I will continue with President Trump to fight for everybody's First Amendment right to speak.
A bipartisan group of senators are trying to salvage a border deal that former President Trump is blasting. Republican Mitt Romney.
The fact that he would communicate to Republican senators and congresspeople that he doesn't want us to solve the border problem because he wants to blame Biden for it is really appalling.
Voters in South Carolina are talking about the race for the White House.
I love Joe Biden. Let's get that straight. I love his wife and I love I love what he stands for. But it's just time for a younger person to come in.
President Biden's heading to that state today. CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Northern California will be on the weather coaster for the next week. The Sacramento Valley and Sierra Nevada could see light showers today, then a mini heat wave, and then another atmospheric river.
Things then dry up for the rest of the weekend. Monday into Tuesday looks very warm. Potential for some upper 60s into 70s across the valley. And then that atmospheric river system moves in late Tuesday into Wednesday and continues for the end of the work week.
Police raided a Beverly Crest mansion yesterday that was being used as a party house by squatters since October. Several people were arrested. The squatters were charging $75 a person to enter the parties. A California doctor from Orange County is being sued by 73 of his former patients. On Thursday, several former patients spoke at a news conference announcing the lawsuit.
We did everything that our doctor told us to do, and we ended up being molested.
Dr. William Moore Thompson, the fourth, is being sued. Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And the World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
The first Packers mini storage auction in Imperial will be held this Saturday at their Imperial facility, 2327 Old Highway 86, starting with pre-registration at 8:30 a.m. and the live auction at 9 a.m. If you need more information, call 1-760-352-7960. Don't miss Packers Mini Storage Public Auction this Saturday, January 27th at 9 a.m. in Imperial.
And it is now time for page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. In the KXO newsroom, enjoy the dry conditions and warm temperatures this weekend and into the first part of next week. According to the National Weather Service, that's all going to change. Imperial Valley can expect sunny skies and temperatures as much as 10 degrees above seasonal normal, at least until Wednesday night. Then comes the change. A more active, unsettled weather pattern should return Wednesday night with a chance of showers. The chances for showers improves on Thursday. Much cooler temperatures will accompany the weather system as well. So there you go. A little bit of break, and then we're back at it. Groundbreaking ceremony was held yesterday for the world's first fully integrated lithium and renewable power production facility. The $1.85 billion facility is being built by Controlled Thermal Resources Holdings Incorporated on the south end of the Salton Sea. The development is the first of 7 project stages, including a clean energy geothermal power plant integrated with a lithium production facility, which is expected to produce 25,000 metric tons of battery-grade lithium hydroxide monohydrate. That'll be each year. This is projected to support the annual production of approximately 415,000 electric vehicles. The first stage development is central to CTR's large vision for the Lithium Valley campus. The vision includes the co-location of specialized battery material manufacturers on site. This would consolidate a currently fragmented battery supply chain and eventually could create thousands of jobs in Imperial County. Groundbreaking ceremony was attended by local elected officials and dignitaries, and John Podesta, senior advisor to the president for clean energy innovation and implementation, was the keynote speaker. We'll have more in just a minute.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
And an Imperial Valley dentist, Javad Agalu, has been sentenced to 37 months in prison for defrauding Medicare and then covering it up. His former billing manager, 42-year-old Melissa Rosas from Calexico, was sentenced to 3 years of probation and 1 year of home confinement for obstructing Medicare's efforts to audit Agalu. The two, along with others, conspired to commit health care fraud by billing Medicare for procedures that were not covered, not performed, or otherwise not necessary. Agalu had pleaded guilty to a conspiracy to commit health care fraud, and Rosas pleaded guilty to obstructing a federal audit. Agalu was also ordered to forfeit more than $1 million in property purchased with money obtained from the fraud and pay restitution to Medicare of nearly $8.5 million. The count of the homeless. It's the annual point in time count. It wraps up today. The Imperial County Department of Social Services, Imperial Valley Continuum of Care Council, and community volunteers took the action to measure homelessness within Imperial County by conducting the 2024 point in time count. The effort, mandated by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, is a community-wide effort conducted annually throughout the entire country and provides an opportunity for residents to actively contribute and learn about people who are experiencing homelessness and gain understanding of the resources available to address homelessness in Imperial County. While the two-day count cannot include every homeless person in the county, it can determine the scope of the issue. The numbers accumulated also determine the amount of assistance available to each county. That's it. That's page one of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
Throughout the year, we have contests on KXO AM 1230. This allows you the opportunity to have some great fun and a chance to win some nice prizes. In order to allow as many people as possible a chance to win, we've established a few ground rules for on-air contests. Number 1, you must be 18 years of age or older to win. Number 2, only one winner per family per contest in any 4-week period. And number 3, copies of any of the rules and conditions for specific contests will be available at the KXO studios. It's just that simple. So good luck. Have fun and keep listening to KXO AM 1230.
And it's now time for page 2 of the local news, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. Serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. El Centro Regional Medical Center proudly announces a model upgrade to their second cutting-edge surgical robot in an innovative move towards advanced health care, reinforcing its commitment to high-quality patient care. ECRMC is the only dedicated robotic center in the county. The Da Vinci surgical systems are advanced robotic-assisted surgical platforms designed to help the surgeons expand their operating capabilities and offer a minimally invasive option for patients in various procedures. Patients at ECRMC can now experience faster recovery times, minimal scarring, and improved outcomes. Festival for the little ones. It is the Farm to Preschool Festival. It'll be held Saturday, January 27th at the Desert Research Center on Evan Hughes Highway between El Centro and Hodeville. It is absolutely free. Activities include jumpers, obstacle course, sensory bottles, hay wagon rides, petting zoo, zen den, you pick area, and more. Festival will run from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Kind of plan ahead. That's next week. We got weather coming up next.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has a happy hour every single day from 3 to 6 with specials on fried machaca burrito bites, RV nachos, mini tostadas, and more. Plus $2 off tall beers and shot and drink specials. Ready for a fast and inexpensive lunch? Get one of our weekday lunch specials that include a soft drink for only $8 to $10. With tons of TVs, we've got you covered for any sport you want to watch. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The high temperature yesterday, 72 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 44. National Weather Service says temperatures will warm through the weekend as strong high pressure builds over the region, with dry conditions prevailing through the middle of the next week. Temperatures will eventually rise close to 10 degrees above seasonal normal. A more active, unsettled pattern should return to the area towards the end of the next week, bringing much cooler temperatures along with increasing rain chances. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 72. West to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Overnight lows around 50. Partly sunny on Sunday. Partly cloudy. Highs right near 76. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 49. West to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Monday, sunny skies, highs right near 77, north to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we are looking at 45 degrees, 80% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District, however, says air quality is good throughout the region. That's it. That's your local news and weather. Page 2 of the local news and the weather. Brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet the friends at Burgers and Beer.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it is now time for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NFL top story. It's the championship series. That's tomorrow. AFC and the NFC go at it. Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC, they're taking on the Baltimore Ravens at 11:30 tomorrow morning. NFC Championship features the Lions and the 49ers. That'll be at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. The winners of those games are in the Super Bowl. That'll be your Super Bowl on February 11th, Super Bowl 58, which will be heard right here on 1230 KXO, as well as the championship series. They'll be heard here tomorrow as well. In basketball, the NBA, they have a new record setter, almost a record setter. Mavs star Luka Doncic scored a franchise record, 73 points Friday night against the Hawks, putting him or tying him for fourth in the most points scored in one game. He is behind Wilt Chamberlain twice and Bryant once. They are all ahead of Jovakovic, who they've scored more points. And the scoreboard, it was the Mavericks over the Hawks, 148-143. Rockets defeated the Hornets, 138-104. Pacers got by the Suns, 133-131. Clippers beat the Raptors, 127-107. It was the Grizzlies over the Magic, 107-106. Cavaliers beat the Bucks, 112-100. The Thunder got by the Pelicans, 107-83. Spurs beat the Trailblazers, 116-100. And in college men's basketball, just one game, Wisconsin defeated Michigan State by a score of 81-66. We'll have more in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And in the National Hockey League, it was the Golden Knights over the Rangers, 5-2. Panthers and Penguins went into a shootout. The Panthers won that game, 3-2. It was the Avalanche over the Kings, 5-1. Blues and the Kraken, they went into overtime. Blues beat the Kraken, 4-3. In overtime. And the women's Australian Open champion is Aryna Sabalenka. She is a world's number 2 ranked player. She played a near flawless performance to win her second straight Australian Open crown by defeating China's Zhang Qinwen in the women's final on Saturday. That was earlier this morning. Of course, they're way ahead of us on the time. Next up, Sunday morning, Jannik Sinner and Daniil Medvedev. They are in the men's final at the Australian Open. We'll find out how that wraps up tomorrow. Steven Yeager, he sank a 6-foot birdie putt on number 18 at Torrey Pines South for a one-shot lead in the third round of the Farmers Insurance Open on Friday, moments after Thomas Detry's third shot landed well past the hole and spun back into the pond fronting the green, leading to a double bogey and cost him the lead. So Jaeger has taken over the lead in San Diego. And Nelly Corda birdied 3 of her final 4 holes on Friday to shoot a 4-under 67 and take the 2-shot lead midway through the LPGA Drive-On Championship in Florida. The man who shot and killed former New Orleans Saints defensive end Will Smith following a traffic crash almost 8 years ago was found guilty of manslaughter Saturday morning. Cardell Hayes could face up to 40 years in prison following the jury's decision in a retrial of the 2016 case. And Vince McMahon, who co-founded the modern WWE in 1982, has resigned from his role as TKO executive, the executive chairman, and from his position on the TKO board of directors. He said in a statement issued to ESPN, 78-year-old McMahon leaves the publicly traded company, which was formed when UFC merged with the WWE last year, following a lawsuit filed Thursday that accuses him of sexual misconduct. That's it. That's sports. Sports has been brought to you by World Roundup. Sports World Roundup has been brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare Center, the Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Got your financial news and weather coming up.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
And it is now time for the financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the general public. On the financial side, stocks bounced around Friday before landing in mixed territory as investors digested a key inflation reading ahead of the next week's Fed meeting on the future of interest rates. After setting a new record on a Thursday, S&P 500 fell just below the flat line, but notched a win for the week. Dow Jones Industrial Average increased about 0.2% or 60 points, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ composite slid close to 0.4%. The tech lagged behind the other indexes after Intel's first quarter outlook fell well short of Wall Street expectations, somewhat denting the all AI-fueled hopes that have helped lift stocks to record highs. Intel shares fell nearly 12%, and peers AMD and NVIDIA also taking a slight knock. That's business. We've got your weather coming up next.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 72 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 44. National Weather Service says temperatures will warm through the weekend as strong high pressure builds over the region, with dry conditions prevailing through the middle of the next week. Temperatures will eventually rise close to 10 degrees above seasonal normal. A more active, unsettled pattern should return to the area towards the end of the next week, bringing much cooler temperatures along with increasing rain chances. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 72. West to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Overnight lows around 50. Partly sunny on Sunday. Partly cloudy. Highs right near 76. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 49. West to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Monday, sunny skies, highs right near 77, north to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we're looking at 45 degrees, 80% the relative humidity. Air quality is unchanged. Financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They also offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we're coming up on 8 o'clock. CBS News at the top of the hour. 6 minutes of news and information. Going to find out what the heck's going on out there now. We'll be back in here for more of the best oldies on the radio. Stick around. 1230 KXO.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
And we're coming up on 8 o'clock. CBS News at 8. Listen for the tone. The tone will be exactly 8 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Allison Keyes. The drama over a possible Senate deal to overhaul immigration at the border is the top issue right now in the 2024 presidential race. Former President Trump is trying to shut down any plan, reportedly to help his campaign. CBS's Christina Raffini explains.
This week, Trump issued a statement saying a border deal now would be another gift to the radical left Democrats, and has been appealing directly to GOP members of Congress, asking them to scuttle the deal. In a letter to House Republicans Friday, Speaker Mike Johnson wrote, if rumors about the contents of the draft proposal are true, it would have been dead on arrival in the House.
This as Texas Governor Greg Abbott vows that his state will continue to hold the line against what he calls the Biden administration's border crisis. CBS's immigration reporter Camila Montoya Galvez with more.
Texas is doubling down on its efforts at the U.S.-Mexico border. The state is defying federal demands to allow Border Patrol into a public park in Eagle Pass. National Guard soldiers are fortifying the park with armed vehicles, fencing, and razor wire.
There's a massive accident involving multiple vehicles on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Anne Arundel County Fire says at least 10 people have been taken to hospitals and 2 may have life-threatening injuries. The bridge is very high and scary to drive, and the crash happened in foggy conditions. WTOP traffic reporter Steve Dressner.
Just before 8 o'clock this morning, there was a multi-vehicle crash over the westbound span of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Currently, the span does remain closed They're trying to activate a two-way traffic pattern over the eastbound span.
Now to the Middle East, where CBS's Deborah Patter reports that the UN's top court has ruled that Israel must do more to prevent genocide in Gaza.
Presiding Judge Joan Donoghue stressed that this was part of a wider court case to determine whether or not Israel was committing genocide. That, however, could take years. But she warned.
The court considers that the catastrophic humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip is at serious risk of deteriorating further before the court renders its final judgment.
In the U.S., millions are under flood alerts due to heavy rain in the Gulf Coast and parts of the Midwest. Kelly Cass is at the Weather Channel.
The heaviest rain moving out of Texas today will be affecting the Mississippi Valley and the rest of the Southeast. And unfortunately, besides the flooding, we are concerned about severe weather.
The avian flu is running rampant on poultry farms in California a year after it caused record egg prices and shortages in the Midwest. But experts say the current spread is being fueled by geese and other migratory birds that spend their winters in California. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get the appliances you need right away at Lowe's. Explore the largest assortment of brands you trust, like Whirlpool, Samsung, and LG, in-store or online at the best values. Plus, take advantage of our everyday financing offers on top items, from refrigerators to laundry pairs. And there's more. Get your new appliances delivered or installed quickly at your convenience. Because Lowe's knows appliances. Lowe's knows home improvement. Subject to credit approval.
Hey everyone, gather around. It's time for corny jokes about passing the torch.
The team at Kirian's Welding was fused together solid.
Thanks for all the late nights and early shifts.
But double retirements mean the crew must bond with some certified new hires.
You've both gone the extra millimeter.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
There are some crazy travel rules this year.
Get ready for a summer of over-tourism again. In Venice, officials are about to charge a separate fee for anyone coming into the city who does not have a hotel reservation. In Athens, officials are trying to limit the number of daily visitors to the Acropolis from an already staggering 30,000 people a day down to 20,000. In Las Vegas, which likes to promote itself by saying that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, you'd better be careful not to stop in Las Vegas to take a selfie. The number of visitors is creating a human traffic jam. Visitors are now banned from stopping or standing on bridges or doing anything that causes another person to stop. Stopping on bridges and overpasses to take selfies could now land you with a fine or even in prison. Peter Greenberg, travel editor, CBS News.
Actor Brad Pitt is on the track at the Rolex 24, the most famous endurance race in the nation. He's not competing. He's working, of course. He's filming scenes for a new movie. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Yeah, we're replacing the carpets too, so don't worry about that.
No fresh powder yet, but Dan's Ski Lodge has an avalanche of projects.
Those 4 rooms are getting hot tubs.
He needs a staff engineer to navigate a flurry of new requests.
And all of those will be fully ADA accessible.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This year, wouldn't it be great to stop dealing with thin, brittle, shedding hair and instead have the thick, healthy, gorgeous hair you've always wanted? Well, now you can by using Hair Volume from New Nordic. Hair Volume is the all-natural solution trusted by millions of women around the world to say goodbye to thin, brittle, shedding hair. Look for Hair Volume at your local Walgreens and CVS or online at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com. Go to NewNordicUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Hair Volume at your local Walgreens or CVS.
You've got George Gale.
I'm sexy and I know it.
The best oldies on the radio.